Welcome to Hoardganize with professional organizer Rachel Seavey. Every Sunday at 6 p.m., Rachel shares her expertise and compassionate approach to help you deal with overwhelming clutter. Rachel?
Hey, collectors! Welcome to the Hoardganize Podcast. I'm your host, Rachel Seavey, and boy, did that feel good. I haven't said that in a while. I need to say that more often, right? I did want to let you know that we are back on track for 2018. You have spoken. I've listened, dear ones, and I'm sorry for not being consistent as I hope to be. But as I always tell you, don't ever give up. I'm back on the horse, back on the podcast. I've got my big girl panties on. And, there are some legit reasons that I took some time away. Just normal life stuff that I am going to actually share with you. So you don't think I'm some kind of ultra organized fake person that has no real life drama. I think we like each other because we both have experienced life and have gotten over some trauma, and we both know that life can be difficult sometimes. So I think we like each other because you know that I am just a normal person, quote unquote normal, just like you. And I do have regular stuff that goes on. Number one, I don't know why I'm numbering these, but I moved. And, that was really hard. I went from 3,500 square feet to 1,500 square feet. So you can only imagine how hard that is. I did a lot of downsizing myself. It was really fun because I'm pretty much a minimalist. So I like going through my stuff and constantly culling it. It actually makes me feel good. But the hard part was losing my podcast room. I had a podcast room which was all set up, and I don't know why it's just been hard for me to break away, I guess, from perfectionism is all I can call it. I just was feeling like the only way that I could record was in this perfect room that was just for recording, that I put all this thought and effort into. And, that's just not realistic. And the move did save me a couple hours a day commuting to jobs. So it was a really good choice. I'm just bummed to lose my little podcast room, and that legitimately threw me off. Second, as you know, my dog, my little soulmate, Bella, died. And that really, really depressed me. I mean, just her being sick and having to give her all those pills every single day and seeing her miserable. I mean, it was just weighing so heavy on me. And there were a lot of nights that I just stayed up with her all night, and so I was tired during the day. And you know how it is. Our pets are like family, which third, and I don't know if you also watch me on YouTube, but we got a new puppy, and her name is Starfire, and she is a little bitty terror. She requires a lot of my attention, that little stinker. I forgot just how hard it is to have a puppy and raise and train a puppy. I don't know what we were thinking. Fourth, I have an amazing family. I have an amazing son, an amazing stepdaughter, an amazing fiance. I love spending time with them all, and they make me incredibly happy. So spending time with them is definitely my number one priority, even more than collector care. Fifth, collector care. Speak of the devil. I run a super busy company that I love. I end up working about 60 hours a week, almost every week. I'm super hands on. I'm cleaning, I'm organizing, I'm driving the big truck, I'm doing landfill trips. I really kick ass at work, and I'm super proud of myself for doing so. But it leaves me incredibly exhausted. So when Sundays rolled around and I've spent time, either resting or time with my kids, it's hard to peel away to record. Now my less than perfect setup is in the living room, but that seems to have the best light and sound for me right now at the moment. So I'm working with that. It's not perfect, but I am recording right now. So, next, hate to talk about this, but I have an ex husband who's, in my honest opinion, living his life to ruin mine. OMG. That's all I have to say about that. Seventh, I have my own house to clean. Oh my gosh, yes, collectors. I have laundry and dishes too. Can you believe it? And you know what? If I don't stay up on my chores, it'd be out of control at my house too. So a lot of times I wake up early, I do the laundry, I get the dishes. Thank God for Mary. Mary's our nanny. She is there to help me. If you don't have help, ask for some. But honestly, when I'm not doing my own stuff, I'm cleaning out the big truck. I'm replenishing the collector care supplies. I'm cleaning out my SUV because hauling clutter around makes your car really dirty. So that is it. You get it. Life happens, and for all of you, you let the clutter pile up, and for me, it's getting this podcast out. I absolutely love doing the podcast, but unfortunately, it gets bumped off the list when I get ultra busy. And I know you understand. So, oh my gosh, right now I'm recording in my living room. It's not perfect. I'm doing it. We're going almost script free. We're freestyling it. I've got some notes. But you know what? If my delivery is less than flawless, I am not going to delete this. I'm not going to re record it and delete it again. Because that's another, I think, are we on 7 or 8 here? I found myself totally stressed out about my AMA, my Ask Me Anything that I recorded, which was like the last thing I recorded before I kind of fell off the grid. And one of our listeners had asked me, what is the worst thing that I've ever seen? And honestly, I had a hard time picking just one. I've seen a lot of really nasty, heartbreaking things. And so I picked one, and then I had a hard time writing about it. I don't want to traumatize you all. But then, like, maybe you do want to hear about it. See, so these are the things that I struggle with. Finding things to talk to you about, and because I don't want to come across as redundant. I do want to bring you into the trenches with me, but I don't want to scare you away. So I recorded an entire episode and then deleted it because I just thought it was too gnarly, too raw. And I kind of regret doing that. I shouldn't be like that. I shouldn't be a perfectionist. So if I don't have time to edit out all of my heavy breathing, then you guys are just going to get to hear it. And I'm not going to be waiting for the perfect time or the perfect place anymore. I'm just going to record. So if you have some things that you want to chat about, send me a note. My dear listener, Darren, out in the UK. Bless your heart. You've been just so supportive. Carolyn, Minnesota. Love you, girlfriend. It's because of listeners like you that I even continue this podcast. So I will be answering your questions, and I am going to re-record my Ask Me Anything and share with you some answers of some questions you've wanted to hear. So I do want to reach people all over the world and people that need help. I want to offer people free, honest experience advice. So thank you all for all of your support. And here is to a less than perfect 2018. And to kick off our less than perfect year, we are going to be discussing OCD and perfectionism and clutter. Does your OCD or perfectionism hold you back from getting organized? Then you've got to tune in to our next episode. Collectors, if you are listening to this podcast on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe, click the thumbs up button, leave me a comment, show me some love. Until next time, collectors, and remember, happiness is a place between too little and too much.
This has been Hoardganize with Rachel Seavey. New episodes are available every Sunday at 6 p.m. and also on the Collector Care YouTube channel. Download Rachel's Affirmations for Collectors on iTunes or Amazon.com, or sign up for Rachel's blog at collectorcare.com and receive 7 tips for clutter-free living. Thanks for listening.